Hello, that was beautiful, Thalys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The next speaker is Ms. Farah Shammas. I'd like to rephrase. It's Mrs. Farah Shammas Papadopoulos. Don't go. So, guys, Farah Shammas. I'm honored to call Farah one of my best and closest friends. Farah, ladies and gentlemen, is an inspiring woman. She's the managing director of St. Raphael Resort, Marina Tower. She took on the hotel's leadership from her family and now successfully leads a team of over 200 staff, oversees the resort's expansion and heads up the relaunch project. What's the relaunch project? It's the one it's like an innovation project, bringing new ideas and concepts to life. And recently, they opened Seashells Grab and Go, which is the first hotel vegan-friendly beach restaurant in Cyprus. And tonight we'll have a cake, a vegan cake from Seashells. It may not serve everybody here, but everybody can have a little bit. Yeah. The title of Farah's speech is How to Start. Please put your hands together for the charismatic Farah Shammas Papadopoulos.
Hi everyone, thank you so much. You're all super sweet. I don't know if it's just because you want the party to start, so you're like, yay, we're one less to go. But I really appreciate it. I have lots of friends here tonight, so it's quite daunting for me because, as some of the speakers said earlier, it's nice to get that minion or whatever you said that we saw to get feedback. But in my case, I see so many friends, and yeah, so the feedback might not be that honest, but I'll try my best. So my topic is how to start. I really hope this doesn't apply to a lot of you, and I hope you're all at exactly where you want to be in your life, whether you're super happy and you're, the best parent you can be and in the best job and doing everything you want to do in your life. But for many people, that's not always the case. And so this is just a little 2 pennies worth of how do you start. So who am I? Well, bless, Waleed gave me quite a nice intro, so I don't really need to go into that. My name's Farah, I'm British Lebanese, I'm a mother of 2, wife and businesswoman. I have my wonderful team, or some of them, here from St. Raphael. You guys will all have jobs tomorrow, thank you for coming. I'm only going to talk for 7 minutes, I'm already one down. What can you do in 7 minutes? Quite a few things. I stopped smoking this year, my big achievement, but I know... Thank you. I know that you can have a cigarette in 7 minutes, so if any of you don't want to listen to me, now is your time to start puffing. So, how to start? Now, as I said, I hope this doesn't apply to you all. So I have 7 points here. This is the first one. I don't know if any of you know Jason Mraz. He's a singer. He was quite popular a few years ago. And in one of his songs, which is one of my favorite, he says, hold your own, know your name, go your own way, and everything will be fine. I will save you from me singing that because you will all die. But this is an amazing song, and it's really true. There's 7 billion people in this world, and not one of us are the same. Not even identical twins are the same. We are all unique. And when you're down, I think it's easy to focus on the fact that you're unique and maybe just crap, and it's difficult to get up and do things. But you're unique, and you all have something to give to this world. We all do. And so it's really good to remind yourself that. Remind yourself of your name. Put your head up high and basically get on with it. The second thing that I always say to friends who are going through tough times is to let your sad time and downtime and dull time run its course. So don't let it become a way of life. And so here's a funny little quote now that all of you can read. Life is like a penis. It's not long, but when it's hard, it seems really long. And this is very, very, very true. So have your downtime, because that's important. When people are not feeling great, you always get your friends and family saying, come on, life is great, you're amazing, da 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 da. But actually, you need to have that cathartic time. I mean, in ancient Greece, there was, you went to see a tragedy, and they were awful tragedies, and you went to see them and you cried, and, there's stories of the Furies coming out and women giving birth in the theater. But this was all considered good because you got out all your emotional negativity and then could move on with actual life. So give yourself that time, but don't let it go into, months and years. Pick yourself up. Don't wait for others to do it for you. I'm a strong believer in doing things for yourself, relying on yourself. That's not to say friends and family aren't important, but you do have to rely on yourself, and you are your best friend. So get up in the morning, get dressed, put on your makeup. Oh, that's the best thing about being a woman when you feel down. You can just pretend everything's great and put on a bit of mascara. But the same thing for a guy. You can shave, you can do that little bit more, because, sorry for the expression now, but if you look like crap, the chances are, you're going to feel like it too. So, just make a bit of an effort for yourself and you're going to feel much better. And that leads me on to do something every day completely for yourself. So here's me doing yoga in St. Raph. A little bit of marketing in there in case you didn't realize. But join us every Saturday at 5 o'clock. But also, it might just be listen to music. Just stay those 5 minutes in your car, listen to that song you like. Just give yourself that time. It's really important. And people don't do it. Life is so busy. It's so hectic. Especially if you're a parent and you're working and you've got things and you've got shopping and you've got entertaining, and, it just never stops. And you get up in the morning and you sleep and you haven't given yourself 1 second just to think about anything. So just try every day to give yourself 5 minutes, whether it's meditating or going for a walk or just being alone. Lock the toilet door and just, be alone. Talking about your problems is really important, and you should definitely do that with your friends, family, therapists, whoever you want. But don't do it all the time. As they say, give yourself a break, have a Kit Kat. Just chill out. Nobody wants to hear it all the time. I love this because it was the only thing I found where the woman was having a headache, because all the rest of the images were men having a headache, which I think is really unfair on women, because we're not that bad. But okay. And there's a reason why in etiquette, I always say this, why in all languages, the etiquette, the common response to, hello, how are you, is I'm good. Tiganis imagala. It's always positive. This is what we learn. You're not taught, when people say, how are you? You're not saying, well, actually, I'm pretty damn crap today. I'm good, thank you. And and the more times you say it, the more times you're going to believe it. So just be positive, and everything else will work out. My 6th point is face your past and let it go. I don't know if you saw this little thing going around, but this was my quote contribution to Waleed's event, which is, life becomes easier when you learn to accept an apology you never got, which is by Robert Brault, which it's a quote that I read this year when I was writing a card for one of my best friends, and I love it. It's something that is like my motto of this year, and it's so true. It's just about, facing up to your past, your life, and just, accepting, and for any pain that you felt, all those bad emotions, just saying, I forgive you, I understand, and I forgive you. And I think it's amazing. And then the other thing that I learned a few years ago in a meditation class, actually, was about hugging yourself and, of course, remembering to love yourself. But actually, it was quite a nice exercise. I won't make you do it now, but the idea is to imagine yourself as a child, to remember what you looked like as a child, and then you look into that yourself, but you look into that child's eyes and you just hug yourself. And it's actually quite an emotional exercise if you do it. And you just hug yourself as that child, and you tell yourself everything is going to be great. And I think it's also a nice thing to remind yourself that you're there for you, you're responsible for your actions, and you know, you can make your world a better place. So in closing, my constant thing is be happy. My name means happy, by the way, which thank goodness my parents were happy when I was born and they didn't give me a name that meant, you know, sad or disaster. But this is something else I learned from a friend who was going through depression, that fine, when people say they're fine in a very monotone, kind of dull way, it usually stands for fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. So watch out for friends of yours who say fine too many times. And I twisted that now. I couldn't find something that meant great, so I just made it up. Let's all be great. Let's be generous, rewarding, energizing, admirable, and triumphant. Thank you all so much for listening to me. I hope I didn't go over my 7 minutes. I just want to say happy birthday to Walid, one of my best friends. I love him to bits. And this is an amazing charity sport. And on my Seashells note, everyone be healthy, eat less meat and dairy. Have to get that in. And try Seashells. Okay, thank you, Walid. Love you, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Farah Shammas.
Thank you, Farah.